I live now in my job for the 12-year-old me whose life became ruined by knee pain. I have this opportunity with one of my heroes, so I really don't care what goes on as long as I get across these points to you. If this was the only video I could make in my career, I'd be happy with it. We're going to start with 5 minutes going backwards. So these are the 4 things I wish I knew. If I would have known these, never would have had bad knees. I would have been dunking way sooner. So if you look at the things that cause us knee pain, the stronger we are in reverse of that, the less chance we have of the knee pain. So we're going to start 5 minutes right here. And we're just going to go backwards. I'm not sure we have an exact timer. Now notice, Marcus and I, we're able to pretty much just jump on here. We can switch it each time. We're able to pretty much just jump on here and go. When I had really bad knees, I wouldn't have been able to just go like that fast. Oh. So there's 2 ways I like to do this. One is for someone who doesn't have knee pain, as prevention, as knee cardio, and that's 5 minutes backwards. For someone actively in knee pain, I would go much slower for 10 minutes. You see that? So you never want to work at a pace that causes you any pain or discomfort. And I'm actually going to demo something with Marcus right now. Yep. Marcus, you're going to take both these for a sec. And you're going to drag one, and then I'll drag one. All right. He's trying his hardest here, but I want you to notice the steps. And then I'll show you as well when I do it. It's not that this is a bad exercise. Good, you get a break. It's not that that's a bad exercise, but it's not as specific for our knees as using an amount of weight that we can actually get our knee over our toe and get those toes to bend. So when it's too heavy, the foot will stay flatter and it'll become an exercise more for the upper quads and the hips. Whereas, you see, if I were to reach there, that's a knee exercise. Not necessarily safe for someone. Now, I guess at mine and Marcus's level, try one of those. Yeah. We would call this maybe we just invented the sissy sled drag. So his goal is to get his knee over his toes on every step. You're gonna have to contract your glutes and lean the fuck back. Reach, reach, reach. Good job. I'll do one more of those. Good job. So it's very important, if you only get one training concept out of this, it's to understand that every exercise scales to your level. No joke. 10-minute backward walk a day is actually one of the best things you can do. Anyone older in your life, that could change their life in terms of preventing cartilage breakdown that winds up in knee replacements. Now, at mine and Marcus' level, if we wanted to, we could keep those glutes locked. So this would only make us stronger and more bulletproof. I think that's good for this one. All right? I don't want to waste your time. I want to get across these 4 points. So you see, the first thing we're trying to understand is just that whatever's hurting our knees, the stronger we are in reverse of that, the less chance we have of the knee pain. And it does scale to any level. So we just saw the easiest is walking backwards, letting those toes bend, having the knee over the toe. Walking backwards would be the easiest. I kind of want to do one more. You want to do one more? Could you feel that?
I could.
Could you feel it? But did you see how the pressure? Did you see how the pressure shifted to those VMOs? Reach. You got to reach. Yes. Yes. What a badass. Good job. So you see how that pressure shifts and you can't use the glute, and then you have to get stronger here. Good. So you see this would be an example. An extreme exercise would be the glute locked, reaching the knees to the floor. That's an extreme exercise. I've been doing this for years, getting my knees even more bulletproof. that would probably cause someone serious injury if they just tried to rush right into that. But anyways, it's just interesting to note the difference between here, more upper quad, versus getting into that position, trying to have those knees over the toes every step. Ugh. So me and Marcus could probably do like just a few of these and wind up, you know, with totally cooked legs. But you want to talk about warmed up, you know what I mean?
And just because we can do it doesn't mean we need to. And
I'll probably never do that again the rest of my life. All right, next thing. Marcus is going to go here, and now Marcus is going to do a reverse step up. So take it from this way, and then you'll be facing this way. Marcus is going to do a reverse step up. So we're actually using the top weight that I would allow. So going this way, now he has to be strong that way. So the stronger he is this way, the more protected. You count to 20. I'm going to coach your form. His form is way too good. Most people can't do it this good at first. If anything is going to give out on Marcus, it's actually probably going to be something in the lower leg or the foot, though he may get some burn here. His legs are extremely strong. The point is that you're actually getting a lot of foot and lower leg benefits. Good. Don't tap the right foot to the box between reps. Good. Notice he's not going to break my hand. Don't break my hand. You see that? And this leg is not going to bend and push off. You go to 20 and then take a break between legs. Good. Don't tap here. Good job. So literally, according to physics, good, you can take a break between legs. The stronger he is at that, the more protected he would be to go into a jump or something. All right, I'll hit mine. And now, yes, doing these for sets of 20 with half your body weight on your back. That is one of the goals of my system. But, and don't worry, I'll do something sickening to make up for those 20 reps that I missed. But that was loaded. You can do that same quote. So someone with knee pain, this right here would have caused me excruciating knee pain. This right knee had torn ligaments that I didn't even operate on. That's actually what drove me to become really good with knees. The left one has a partially artificial kneecap. The right one had tears I didn't operate on. So jumping into stuff that would cause me pain would only make you go backwards. You can do this exercise without weight. You can flip it around. You can go less range of motion and assisted. You see that? So that's the most important thing. The most important thing is not just jumping in and trying half your body weight for 20 reps. You can do this exercise at some level. I didn't have to live with knee pain. People don't have to live with knee pain. It's in your control. So you see why that's such an important concept. Negative weight, your body weight, positive weight. All right, other leg. While Marcus does this, I'll do sissy squats to make up for not doing the exercise. Good. I want you to slow it down and get your right heel even higher. Exactly. Yeah. Good. Now take a break at the top for a second. I'm going to show a teaching point. On this rep, keep your heel down. Notice the knee. Okay? Now lift your heel. Now try to lift your heel. It makes the knee go farther. So this is actually our third step-up progression. First, we do it with the flat foot, which is easiest. Then we manually put the slant board there. And only then do we remove the slant board and put it together. So again, could you just jump right into this? Sure, you could, but why not build it patiently? So I think that's an important thing before I move on from this exercise is to explain that the higher Marcus lifts that heel. That's why I don't want him to go more weight. I want him to keep, good job. You can take these things safely to failure. What's the worst thing that happens? He just doesn't get up. Amazing job. Amazing job. Good. So what we learned, assisted, unassisted, load, and if you look at the knee, how much load is this right here versus there? This is much tougher, and I don't make people go into this one. We start with the heel down, whatever's comfortable, never working through pain. Then we add a slant board. Then we put it together because most people actually don't have strong enough lower legs and feet to even match their knees. So there you go. The next one, which Marcus is going to go right into, is this muscle, the tibialis. That's the first line of defense against knee pain. The weaker that is, the more undue trauma is going to come up into your knee in the first place. And again, you don't even have to put load on your knees to start this one. So Marcus can do one set, to tap out over here. This is about 20% of Marcus's weight. All right, he's gonna let it full stretch. I put it a little heavier than 20%. Good, now at the bottom, I want you to pause every time. Go to the bottom and pause, there you go. So you feel that stretch coming through here. Many of us also have ankle impingement issues, but have we ever actually tried to address it? Now hold that top position, good. Now lower down, good. We're not counting on this one, we're just going, good job, and then lower down. Now flex down, now flex it, good. This is the muscle that is closest to the patellar tendon and just underneath it. Holy crap, do I wish someone ever made me train this muscle. Now, a buddy of mine in Australia who makes home gym equipment made this so we can all have something to train this muscle. You just tell me when you're done. Look at this. This is a world-class athlete able to take this muscle to failure. Good job.
Yeah.
Yep, good. Now, I'm going to show you by putting your butt against the wall. The farther you stand out, what am I mimicking? I'm mimicking that when we try to slow down before the pressure comes into the knee. So the closer you stand, the easier it is to flex up. Notice I'm not bending the knees because I'm trying to work what's under the knee. The farther we stand, the tougher it's gonna get. Try 25 of those at your level. Hit failure, back it up a little bit more. Think you're like too much of a beast for this? Dare you to do this on one leg. But I'm directly, mathematically preventing how much my knees are gonna wear down as I go through the rest of my life. This affects us every step we take, every time we jump, whether it be off 1 foot or 2 foot. If there was a box around here and I didn't have this on, I feel like jumping over something right now. All right, we're getting through it. Marcus is just gonna pump a few. Marcus, I just want you to tell us when you're feeling a burn there. You're probably still burning from the other one.
I am.
Good. Try standing really far out. Yeah. Now pause at the bottom. Flex. Point your toes down. Flex. Look at this. So again, world-class athlete is able to take himself to failure without stressing his knees beyond what they're capable of. In fact, there's not load on the knees, but he's able to put in protection. All right, we're gonna go to the next thing, which is full bend at your level. So we just see an inverse ratio between full bend and not having knee problems. So I think with that, I think we could actually wipe out 90+% of knee problems. The things that cause people to take drugs and surgeries for.
Yeah.
So while we get into this, Marcus is gonna start. I think you're ready to just jump right into the dumbbell.
Oh.
I'll show the body weight version. We'll show this, boom, we'll hit this from like 2 different angles right here. So this can be started with just your own body weight of trying to get that full bend, which means for most people, lifting the front heel. Now he's gonna actually be working towards keeping the heel down. He has additional load, just gonna do 5 each side. And what's the most important thing that we learned so far is that assisted is okay. You see this? So without pain, going to your level of full knee bend. Most people are gonna have to do this one side at a time. What am I gonna do with partially artificial kneecap here? No surgeries on this side that are loose. So no matter how much double-legged squatting I did, my knees never felt quite right until I put it together here. So we wanna master this first without weight, with the heel up to get that full coverage before we start going to weight. What the weight is gonna do is then actually start pulling us deeper and deeper into that ankle mobility. So we're so warmed up from the other stuff that we can just kind of jump right into it. So we would go from negative weight to our own body weight, to loading with dumbbells, to loading with a bar on the back. Now I want you to look at that heel, now that I have weight to gradually load me down. So right here, I'm contracting the back glute. I'm not letting that knee hit the floor. I think this might be the key to unwinding the problems of too much sitting. And now I'm flexing my front tibialis to bring this coverage. And then the final thing, which is completely optional, would be loading bar on front. So I'm now able to take this into a safe, heavy exercise to drive up my leg strength that then works my mobility in a squat while bringing balance between sides, while giving me that hip flexor length. So all these things that we know we want, we can get from one movement. Now I'll have Marcus do, you can pick either the bar on back or front, and I'm just gonna get down there and give a couple teaching concepts. Okay, good.
Typically do this, and I'd like to get some coaching.
Good, good, all right. So the first thing is I don't care if the heel comes up, okay? This is gonna be a process. What I do care about is the intentions. Good, go back up. Now at the bottom, go down. Now flex your front tibialis. Flex the back glute. Good job, good. And when I coach people in person, I'm putting my hands there, and I'm trying to see how much he covers them. Good, go back up. So it's just an excellent way with your clients. I'm putting my fingers there. Look at that, he's completely covering. Good job. So all his intentions are right, and those intentions over time lead to more range of motion and length. Plus, that is directly, if we look at the load of it, unlike a normal split squat here, we're kind of following that process of getting stronger in reverse of our knee pain. In fact, if I was in prison, and if I was in like solitary confinement for 23 hours and 55 minutes out of the day, and I was allowed to go out of solitary confinement for 5 minutes, I'd still be able to dunk and have all my mobility. Because my first step out would be into a split squat, which I would then put into another split squat and another one. So this exercise has a lot of applications to getting your legs bulletproof. So think of this as a catalyst. I'm not saying, oh, you're an Olympic weightlifter, stop squatting and do ATG split. No, I'm saying, you're an Olympic weightlifter, awesome. ATG split squat to boost your Olympic weightlift. More balance. Oh, you're an 80-year-old grandfather, fantastic. You can even elevate your front foot if your hips are too tight. Boom, get in there. This can gradually get a person, by balancing sides, then able to bend. The last part, everything there is really good. But I do have to have 4 because why not be world-class strong right behind here? Notice, if I'm going into a jump or something, the weaker I am there, again, I'm gonna put undue stress on my knee instead of trusting the hamstrings to do their job. This reduces wear and tear. Plus, if we do get into a tricky situation, this might be the exercise that prevents you from having, oh, I had a freak blowout injury. So I'm gonna coach Marcus on this. Marcus is gonna be here. We'll do, to keep it real simple, we'll do 3 at a time. So he's just gonna do 3 the way we always see, and he's gonna try to fight it down. Just gonna warm things up a little bit, okay? I'm thinking almost to do like an L sit over here. So you just get a good control down for about 3 to 4 seconds. Yeah, good. Good job. If you have a partner who weighs about as much as you, you're good. If you don't, you can actually get a doorway chin-up bar for home, and then have a partner who weighs less than you sit on that, and then you'll be really, okay, good. Take a break. Good. And now, so that'll give him a little rest, and then I'll show the progression right here. So you're gonna hold my heels down really good. So we wanna spend that time just once a week because it's so intense. Fighting down, pushing back up. But a lot of reasons people don't wind up able to do what they see on SportsCenter where you levitate back up is because they never work on the way up. So by fighting down, putting the hands behind the back, exploding through the glutes first, that puts the pressure on the hamstring, meaning if I pull like that, I'm cheating my hamstring. Exploding through the glutes, now I'm turning on those fast twitch fibers. Once that gets easy, now we put that pressure. You gotta hold it, my leg's about to go in.
That is hard.
Your legs will probably come up off the floor.
Yeah, they did.
All right, ready? So then, yep, all right, good. So now, boom, there. Because the whole point of this exercise, good, that's it. The whole point of this exercise is that we want hamstrings that can quite literally handle our entire body weight. But you don't have to worry or have too much ego or even worry how far your levitate rep is because it's built on 3 things. Just fighting down, then exploding up, which I'm gonna show Marcus a couple reps. So first, I'm gonna have Marcus right here, all right, right here, knees there. And now he's gonna lower and his hips are gonna be there. So hands behind your back, yes, yes. Now explode through the glute, perfect, look at that. He's doing a Nordic. You can do every one of these exercises at some level. Good, good. Take like a 10-second break. I'm gonna put this back on there, and then you're gonna crush some. And this is these are the mats we had in here. You can see it's like a few inches, but it's the same concept. Yeah. Who gives a fuck when that gets easy? Go ahead, make it flat. You know what I mean? And then when that's really fun and easy, then start doing the levitating reps. All right, here we go. Yep, yep. Look at that. He's still getting the eccentric fight. Good job. Good job. I want more glute explosion. Ready? Explode through the glutes. Good job. So it really also teaches athletes how to explode through those glutes. Good. Explode. Hell yeah. Good job. All right. Hold my heels down. This is it. This is the end of my session. Ready? All right. Think about this. If you want bulletproof knees, why not be able to do Nordics the way people can do push-ups? Kids can do this. Kids could get to where they could do Nordics. All right, thank you. Kids could definitely get to where a Nordic is just as easy as a push-up. And if you don't think that applies to high-level sports, consider that the only documented case of someone doing those for multiple decades without skipping was a guy named Jonathan Edwards. Jonathan Edwards was a triple jumper. Do you know that sport?
Yeah. From what you shared with me.
The triple jump is probably the most Nordic sport of all time. He won his first gold medal in his mid-30s with gray hair in his 4th Olympic cycle. After growing up with genetics so poor for triple jump that the orthopedic specialist in England said, you can't even go into this sport. We can't sponsor you. You physically are incapable of pursuing the triple jump. His world record still stands. So not just if you have broken down knees like I did, if you also want to pursue athletic goals, no. Your potential, literally, compared to what the top specialists in the world think, they think that's your potential. Not even remotely close. His world record still stands from 25 years ago. He did those once a week for his entire career, getting only faster. And who knows what he could have done. After winning the gold, he retired. Maybe he would have been in his 40s beating guys in their 20s. So that's what I got. Now, Marcus is going to put me through some functional bodybuilding. I've been scared about this. I'm just kidding. I'm freaking excited.